Do you want to make coffee like this using your Moka pot, which looks exactly like a shot of espresso with all the characteristics of a shot of espresso, but it's being made by a Moka pot? So this video is for you if you're someone struggling to make good coffee using a Moka pot. It might be that you are using a wrong grind size, using poor quality of coffee beans, or a wrong ratio of the coffee and the water, or even you might be boiling your Moka pot on a very high flame. I want to help you fix this, transforming your mocha from looking like this to looking like this. Very many people have been requesting for this video, and I'm going to be showing you each and everything that I know about using a Moka pot. So the Moka pot comes in different sizes, so you can choose which one is perfect for you. And it has three major parts. It has the upper chamber, it has the filter basket, and it has the lower chamber where we add the water. You assemble all these three parts and now you have your Moka pot complete. So this is how it looks. A Moka pot is a simple Italian coffee maker which is often found in many people's kitchens. It's an easy way that you can make a strong cup of coffee similar to that of an espresso machine. And because of these tasting preferences, very many people are falling in love with the Moka pot. And let me show you how I make my Moka pot step by step from start until the end. To start brewing my coffee using the Moka pot, I start by measuring 18 grams of coffee. This is a medium to dark roasted coffee. After measuring my 18 grams of coffee, then I'll freshly grind it. This will ensure that you have the optimum flavors, and also it will contribute on the amount of crema when you're extracting your coffee. So the grind size I have set for this grinder is 30. This is a medium to fine grind size, slightly bigger than espresso grind size, but not reaching the pour over or the V60 grind size. You need the grind size to be just slightly bigger in particles than the one for espresso. In the filter basket, I use this funnel so that I can pour in all the coffee at the same time without creating a mess. I'm going to be using a small needle to evenly distribute and break down the crumbs in my coffee. This is what will help to have a good extraction. So you can use a small needle just like this one, or if you have a WDT tool, it's an amazing one that you can use to break down the coffee crumbs and also distribute your coffee grinds for a good extraction. And now in the lower chamber, we're going to be adding 120 ml of pre-boiled water. The water I'm using to make my Moka pot is already boiled until 80 degrees Celsius. This is because I don't want to boil my water from the room temperature until reaching the boil, because this will end up burning my coffee before extraction. But also keep in mind, whenever you're adding water into your lower chamber, it shouldn't go above the pressure valve. Place the filter basket with the coffee grinds on top of the lower chamber. Then you can use the AeroPress filter paper if you want a more clean and a smoother taste of your coffee. Screw the upper chamber on top of the lower chamber, but keep in mind the lower chamber is a bit hot because we added hot water. So you need something to hold it so that you can tighten it until it's firmly tight. Now turn on the fire so that we can boil the Moka pot. Reduce the fire until you have a very low flame, which will help you to have a slow extraction of your coffee when you're broiling your Moka pot. Open the lid of your Moka pot so that you can see your coffee when it starts extracting and coming out. It's not going to take a very long time because the water is already preheated. As you can see, our coffee has started coming out with a very heavy foam, which I consider to be a crema, even if it's not a real crema like from the espresso machine. So you let your coffee brew until 15 seconds, then turn it off, because what we are aiming to get is a concentrated coffee beverage similar to that of espresso, not over diluted. So you need to stop when it's still early so that you end up with such a texture of your coffee, which looks similar to a shot of espresso that has been brewed with an espresso machine. Remember, the creamer on your shot of espresso is also foam. That's why I consider this coffee also to be like a shot of espresso, because it's having foam similar to that creamer of an espresso machine. It has that strong coffee aroma. So the taste of the coffee of the Moka Pot, it's more strong, bold and intense flavors. But the amazing thing, it's very less of the acid. It gives you more of a chocolatey vibe. This is an amazing cup of coffee that you can make at the comfort of your home, in your kitchen, or even when camping. All you need is to have a Moka Pot, grind your coffee fresh, boil the coffee and end up with such an amazing cup of coffee. You can transform this shot of espresso to make other different coffee drinks, iced and hot, like the ones I'm going to be showing you in the part 2 of this video. So if you're interested in knowing how you can transform this shot of espresso to making other different coffee drinks, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm planning to make a part 2 of this video. And if you want to know other different ways that you can make espresso at home without using an espresso machine, then I would recommend for you to check out these 2 portable espresso coffee makers, so that you can be able to make coffee at the comfort of your home.